I have a question for you.
Yeah.
I have a question for all of you. What is the worst thumbstick, analog stick, on any video game controller ever? What would you say is the worst?
I'm gonna probably get a lot of fire for this one, but I think it's the N64.
You think it's the N64? I'm gonna agree. I brought my N64 controller also because, I mean, I'm sure you could see this. Look at that thing. It's just hanging there. And look at that one's even worse.
Look at this one. It's
that was terrible.
Flopping around.
That's terrible. So Dr. Mod here has ordered something that might resolve both of these issues.
So this is gonna be kind of, well, it's gonna be a mod and an experiment. We have this mod kit from 8-Bit Do. And what this does is this replaces the innards of an N64 controller and puts in a Hall Effect joystick. So I think it's gonna be quite an upgrade. The other thing you get with it is a rechargeable battery. It makes the 64 controller wireless and a new rumble pack, a more modern rumble pack.
I'm really excited to see what this thing looks like.
It's gonna be cool. So this is meant for a Switch. So this is meant for you to use your 64 controller with a Switch. But what we're gonna do is experiment with this Bluetooth adapter that you can get on AliExpress. This is a Bluetooth adapter that plugs into your ports of your 64. So we're gonna see if it syncs to this.
So I have another question though before we get into this.
Yeah.
Do you remember last week's episode when we replaced this on the Super Nintendo?
Oh yeah.
Do they make this for one of these?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay, well, if they start making it,
That would be pretty sweet.
until then,
Until then, we'll see if this thing works. It just plugs right into the port.
Bluetooth dongle.
Yep.
My wife's favorite word, dongle.
Do
All
it.
right, here we go. Let's rip into it.
I think it'd be cool to do the mod to this atomic purple controller. Pretty iconic color for the 64. One of the most common controllers you could get. Plus you can see the inside, which is pretty neat.
Yeah.
So we can see our mod on the inside.
Everything clear is cool. Not to mention everything 90s is sort of back, so
Exactly.
you know.
So I think this will go very nicely with this Extreme Green 64.
Yeah,
So
look at
let's
that.
do this.
All right.
All you need for this mod is a screwdriver.
Wait a
Phillips
minute.
said screwdriver.
We don't need tweezers?
We don't need tweezers for this one. I know. So we got how many screws here? 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's start getting them out. God damn. All right, here
All
we
right,
go.
there it is. Look at that, opening up.
All right. Oh, we lost one.
Look at that.
Okay.
What a simple plate. Huh?
And put them in a safe
Look at
place.
that.
Yeah, there's your joystick. It actually is separate from the motherboard. So we got 3 more screws to get the joystick off.
This, folks, is a magnetic screw nut hardware holder. Use one of those.
Yeah, in the lab we have about 10 of these.
Yep, there you go.
Yeah, it's a great way to keep all your screws together, and it falls off the tabletop. At least they'll still stick to it, so you
Yep.
won't have screws
That's
everywhere.
right,
So
that's
let's
right.
put them all here. We're gonna set this guy aside too, because this joystick, we're gonna rebuild it using on another 64 controller. Okay, gonna disconnect your Z button here. That's what your Z button looks like underneath.
Wow, look at that.
See that? There's a little rubber membrane here, and there's a little board underneath that. Then we're gonna disconnect it from the board here.
See, look at that. Nintendo was doing back buttons long before all these Pro controllers were doing back buttons.
And there's your joystick.
Look at that.
Your OG
Let's see this
joystick.
thing. Look at that.
So here's the board. There's really no screws holding it on at this point. Just lift it right up.
What a simple little board.
Get the shoulder buttons out and just lift it up. There you go.
Look at that.
And there's the rubber membranes there. There's your
and
64 board.
there's your board right there.
So yeah, here's the box. Here's what you get with it.
All right.
Oh.
Again, by 8-Bit Do.
Switch in Android support, so you can use it with your Android phone or tablet. Lithium battery with it for charging. Screwdriver. Oh man, a screwdriver.
Screwdriver in the kit.
Yeah. So let's see. What does it
All
look
right,
like?
here we go.
They open it up the right way. Oh,
Close enough.
okay. Oh, that's a nice screwdriver. I'll keep that.
Look at that. Ooh, it's like a little, what's that brand? Stanley? I don't know. Yeah, it's pretty
Craftsman.
similar to what Craftsman, yeah, it looks like a Craftsman.
Well, here's a USB-C charging cable. That was nice of them to give us. Oh, this is cool. This, I think, is the new
Rumble pack?
rumble pack. And it's
Ooh.
sleeker.
Look at that.
Look at that.
Look
Sleek.
at that guy. That is cool.
And then here's the Hall Effect joystick here. I can tell that's what this is. Oh, nice. Look how similar it looks.
Look at that.
Oh, man. And look at
That's
the
a
style.
very different,
What does that look like?
it looks exactly, yep.
So this is our new one, and this is our old one.
What a difference in thumbsticks. Look at that.
Okay, so here's instructions.
Oh.
You know what? It's probably a good idea to read this right now.
Yeah.
So this is the last part. This is the
What
heart,
is
the
this?
heart of the controller, the main board.
Just a button.
Okay, here we go. So here's the shoulder buttons right here. And then here's your Z button right here.
Okay.
And then this is where your rumble pack's gonna clip right there.
Okay.
So they have it all taped there. The other side should be where our pads are. There you go. And actually, this is where our battery is. So the battery is actually here, not in the rumble pack. Interesting. Yeah, let's compare that to our original board.
There we go. There's the new one, and there's the original.
Membranes are already in place, our buttons are already in place, and now we're just gonna lay this board right. There we go. There it is. Snap right in. And so you're gonna have to reuse all your membranes and buttons from your original controller. All right, and then line up the membrane. It's got these notches in the board, and put the membrane there. Okay, there we go. Left shoulder button done. Let's get the membrane off the original. Looks good. Now let's put our new joystick in. That's going to go right down where the old one did.
I'm
nice.
really a fan
Just
of that joystick.
Perfect. I mean, look at that. Okay, so now we're going to plug this guy. Last little rubber we need to take out is our Z button. Now we're going to line this up after we put our shoulder buttons. So here's our shoulder buttons. The shoulder button usually pisses me off. So now we're going to bring the bottom part of the shell and start lining that up and pushing downward. So we're getting that last screw in there, and having the screwdriver magnetized really helped that.
Oh, here we go.
So here's the board.
Oh,
That looks
God,
awesome.
that's a good looking
It's a
thumbstick.
good looking thumbstick.
Yeah.
And then
Here we go.
Here it is. This is the part.
Oh.
Look at that. Ooh, got LED action going.
All right, now that we have our CRT set up, we're gonna try it on an N64 with this Bluetooth adapter. Because I will say that 8-Bit Do does make Bluetooth adapters for the Super Nintendo, and I have one for the PlayStation 1 as well. So they also might make one for the N64.
That's all it blinks.
It's flashing.
It's blue. It just lit up blue. Let's see.
So did it sync up?
Yeah.
It synced?
Yeah.
Oh my God, look at that.
It works.
Look at that. We're always so shocked when this stuff works.
I know this.
It's supposed to work when you do it.
I mean, I
It
theorize
usually doesn't
this.
work if I do it. So we're gonna try it on F0X. This is the Japanese version, which I mean, maybe we should just pop in the expansion while we're at it, huh?
Yeah.
And we're gonna pair it with the F0 expansion kit for the N64 disk drive. Right in there.
There you go.
All right.
Look at the little car on there. Oh wow.
Wow.
That looks amazing.
Okay. Is everybody else seeing this? I gotta make a video on this by itself. I think that's a great conversion. And check this out. First off, no wires. Secondly, that thumbstick, Hall Effects thumbstick, is really nice. I don't know, what do you think?
I think it's pretty awesome. You saw how easy that was to do.
It was incredibly easy to do. So let's talk about what everybody's probably wondering. Let's talk about cost. What did this thing cost? What did this kit cost?
Well, Chris, I'm gonna have to go look at my credit card report because I forgot.
We can look it up real quick.
Yeah.
There's multiple versions of this. This version here is the mod kit plus rumble pack plus Hall Effects stick. So this entire kit on 8-Bit Do is $39.99, which I think is a very fair price for salvaging one of your old N64 controllers. So yeah, I mean, I think that's a really good kit. Look it up on AliExpress. This kit here is $39.99, 40 bucks, which is a great deal. Don't throw your old broken controllers away. In fact, you should not throw your old broken consoles away, because you should do this to it. If you haven't seen this video here, this is the PlayStation 1 mod by Dr. Mod that repurposes a PS1 that has a bad laser.
Yeah.
And if you want to see more stuff like this in the future, you should subscribe here. So yeah, well, what are we gonna do now?
We're gonna save more consoles.
All right, let's do that.